In previous videos, I've expressed my lack of confidence in Attorney General Merrick Garland. Now, when he was first appointed, I was all for him. He's a brilliant guy, reasonably minded, and a great jurist. But since he's been Attorney General, there are some things that trouble me. He seems to be all too tentative, not very assertive. He seems to be way too concerned about the court of public opinion. As an example, when Donald Trump left office, Merrick Garland waited 2 years before he even looked into the multitudes of crimes that Donald Trump committed. And why? Because he was afraid of how it might look. It wasn't until he got some pressure that he hired Jack Smith and the ball started rolling. Now, the reason I bring him up today is because of a story that came out. You all heard about it. The Special Counsel Hur, who was looking into Joe Biden's classified documents case. Special Counsel Hur said that he thought that Joe Biden was willfully involved in this document case, meaning he was culpable. But Joe Biden did return everything voluntarily when asked for it, so there are no charges. That's not the troubling part here. The troubling part is that Special Counsel Hur found it necessary to suggest that Joe Biden's memory was bad, that he couldn't remember a lot of things, including the death of his son. Well, this pissed off Joe Biden, really pissed off Joe Biden, and he made a scathing speech against this special counsel. Now, this is interesting because you never see Joe Biden pissed off, but today he was pissed off. How does Merrick Garland get involved in this situation? Well, who appointed this special counsel? It was Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland's fucked up a lot along the way, and this last instance might be the nail in his coffin. Now, Merrick Garland isn't going to be fired before the election. He's got all these cases with the DOJ, and they don't want to disrupt anything. But I'll bet you after the election, or maybe after the cases, Merrick is out the door. He's been a huge disappointment, and Joe Biden's pissed right now. He's got to be wondering why a special counsel that was appointed by Merrick Garland decided to come out and do this to Joe Biden. It seems ridiculous. It seems planned. It almost seems like a Republican strategy. Now, I'm not trying to say there's any conspiracy theories here, but it just seems funny. He could have done all he did without going into the memory thing, but he seemed intent on doing that. And that seems very opportune for the Republicans. I don't know. But in my mind, the sooner they can get rid of Merrick Garland, the better. I don't think he's on the side of Joe Biden or on the side of us. There's something wrong there, and it needs to be extricated.